Hey guys, it's back to work for me, and it's kind of strange being back to work a little bit, but it's not too bad actually. Kind of missed the old place. Had a little nice time off. I had to take care of some stuff at the post office. Had to get that the guy that won the Target stuff was having some issues with shipping that stuff out to him from the JW's radio quite some time ago, because it was going to the UK. I gotta actually, I think next time, unfortunately, I'm going to have to just ship to the US because when it was going out to the UK, there was a little bit of trouble, and it's a little expensive to do so. Sorry. It's probably going to be the last time I'll be able to do so, which is unfortunate because it's interesting because I do have a lot of subscribers from the UK and France and all that, so interesting that all those guys are watching on the main channel there. Got some iced tea. For the most part outside it's been overcast. That's pretty cool. It's nice and overcast today. So it's been somewhat busy at work, steady. We did good sales today. Had a lot of couple moments of downtime, but I was bummed I forgot my book. I usually like to read my book on slow moments here at the shop, and so instead I'm stuck with watching my movies on Amazon Prime or whatever I can find. I was watching this really corny one, The Ginger Dead Man with Gary Busey. A very strange movie indeed. Very low budget, I don't recommend it. It's kind of a corny film. So I gotta ship off a gun back to Davidson's. That is who we deal with. Davidson's is a big distributor, so I got to ship off a gun back to them for replacement. Strange, the shipping label, you just print it up. It's just this like weird. I don't know. I don't understand that stuff because I don't have. That's that new barcodes now, I guess. So. We have this polishing wheel. I wanted to change it out and put the grinding wheel on it because that would help me with. I can use it to make my blades. But yeah, oh no, thing's slacking. Got to put paperwork back. Paperwork away. This week is moving along, I tell you. According to the tracking, my tomato knife that I ordered to make blades out of, I just ordered the one tomato knife to see if it would even work. It may be a total loss, but if it is, at least it's really cheap. But the problem is that's the reason why I wound up with a Kane Hodder book, was because it's one of those add-on items. You have to buy something else to be able to add on the tomato knife because it's so cheap. But then, of course, now I think they changed that, and now you can just buy the tomato knife. So if it does indeed work, if it does work out, which would be nice, then yeah, I'm gonna be able to use it, and I'll be able to have actual knives. Cool thing is, somebody had sent me through a link. Somebody sent me, which was really kind of them, they sent me it looks like templates from the original glove, original Freddy glove templates. That's cool because I'll get to mess around with that. So I have to save that to a flash drive and take it down to the good old Office Max and get it printed out on cardstock and see how that works out. So I still got more of that copper gutter left, which I you know what, at first I always thought working with that copper gutter was just not working out, but the key was I didn't anneal it because I didn't know about annealing it. That was the big thing, was you have to anneal that stuff. That's how it gets all when you anneal it and fold it and bend it all together, the articulation works out good. So that's what I'll do. mess around with it with the new templates. All right, heading out of here for the day. It's kind of a long day, but yeah, it's already getting dark around here quick. I like it. Nice overcast. It was not hot at all today. It was fairly nice. Always like it when it's nice and cooler out. But yeah, it's so much different. I always find that really neat how come this time it's already dark already. It's already getting darker. On the way home. See, up in the street right here to the right there on the right is kind of like what they call around here the homeless Mecca, because there's just so many homeless camped out along the side of the sidewalk over there. In broken down vehicles or in the bushes or just on the sidewalk. To the left out here, so if you were to go straight on through this stop sign, is what they call Old Airport, and that's that used to be the old airport here. And out there is a little beach. There's a lot of people that do little parties and stuff out there. I've actually heard of people seeing sharks out there, like really big ones. I don't get that close to the water to see them. But I also heard somebody was attacked by a great white out there. He had to like fend himself off. I guess he was poking at the thing, trying to get the thing to go away. Some people were having some sort of funeral service on the beach, saw this, and got in there and yanked him out of the water. I mean, that's just something I heard from somebody. I don't remember who, but it's just creepy stuff, I tell you. I brought myself to boycott McDonald's there on the right. Not gonna go there anymore. You guys can nail me in the comments if I wind up breaking down and going, but I'm gonna be good and not go. Not go. Stay away from there. Now right up ahead here, now we're gonna turn left. But straight on through, if you go straight on through this traffic light, that will take you up to Kmart and the movie theaters, and also Macy's is up there. That's what's on the way on through there. It's weird, is the Kmart sign on the bottom here is just like burnt up or messed up. I don't know, something. So I don't know what happened to it, but you can't really see it very well. Stuck at this traffic light again. Well, this is kind of silly, because here's the box, and what's in it is a really cheap, tiny tomato knife. How did they ship this thing? Partial Select Lightweight. Yeah, real awesome. I don't know why they would ship something like this in this giant box. There it is, all that. Well, at least the size looks alright. You would think this would be something you just go down to Walmart and find, but it's not. Let's see why I kind of wanted this for the Freddy gloves. It's just an idea. You can see it's got the curve and everything. So, yeah. But yeah, all that package for this. Yeah, that is quite a box that was shipped to me for such a small item. Alright. Before we close things out, we're going to talk about a movie. And that movie, well, I happen to see this giant box right here. It's nice velvet. It's the Alfred Hitchcock Masterpiece Collection. I saw this at Costco once years ago. I bought it. My friend laughed at me for buying it, but he didn't understand the quality of old movies. Most people these days don't. The Birds. We're going to talk about The Birds. The Birds is one of the they all come in like this. They all have like 4 discs. It's kind of a generic packaging, really, because all the discs are the same. This black silhouette of Alfred Hitchcock, and they just wrote, you know, The Birds, torn curtain on it, whatever. But The Birds, I remember when my dad told me about the movie The Birds when I was really young, and I just like heard about the concept. I said, whoa, and he's like, oh yeah, we got to see The Birds. You got to get The Birds. We went to the, I think it was like a Blockbuster or something. We rented it. I loved the movie and just couldn't, I was just like, oh. I remember we used to call these places, hey, do you have this title? And they would go, yeah. And I'm like, oh, we'd get in a car, go right down there and rent the thing. And then we put it in our VCR and watch it. And of course, this was one I had to have. I love the effects in it. The time when The Birds came out, that effect, and it to me, still to this day, it holds up. It's unbelievable. I don't know how they did it. There's scenes in this movie that it still baffles me. There's like the scene outside in the schoolyard when all the birds are on that on the playground, and then in a flash they all take off. You still wonder how he did that. You know, it's crazy. But there's a lot of scenes in this movie that really are just super cool. And to me, I think back when that time, like when you see the guy with his eyes pecked out, you're thinking about that time frame when this came out, the timeline of, you know, this. People didn't really see stuff like that. So Alfred Hitchcock was certainly pushing the envelope. And of course, Rod Taylor's in it, Tippi Hedren. You just gotta love Rod Taylor. I like him. I especially like him in The Train Robbers with John Wayne. But yeah, cool movie. It's one that definitely stands out. I remember wanting to get it so bad on VHS and going to the this other video store down south and wanting to purchase the one that they had for rent. Of course, they wouldn't sell it. Now these days, I wonder what happened to all those VHS tapes. I wonder, like, all those old... nobody cares anymore about them. But yeah, I remember I finally first bought my first copy of it when Borders moved into town. I think I paid a lot of money for it. It was a newer release. But see, my problem was I always liked the older cover art from the boxes. That's the other thing that really I think is disappointing to me about the movies that they remake and they put them on DVD or Blu-ray. I'm happy that they did, but the bummer part about it for me is the fact that they changed the artwork. They took the cool artwork, in my opinion, the cool, like, I mean, look at this image. Look at that image of the birds, man. That is a cool image. There was something about that. That was part of the fun of the movie. And now they just cut and just slap some stuff. It almost seems like they just, you know, it's so just like, here, slap this together, put it out there, who cares? I miss the old stuff, man. I really do. But yes, The Birds, excellent movie, excellent box set. Bruce thinks so too. I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Huh?